I like having extra money everywhere. I just do. Hi, I'm Rachael and I'm working on paying off my student loan debts and losing some weight along the way. I am also striving to provide you with tips and tricks and motivation and inspiration for your own financial or health journey. Please click the red subscribe button down below so that you can join me on this journey so that we can help motivate and inspire each other together. Today I am setting up my October budget for 2019. I cannot believe that it is October already. It is time for fall and pumpkins and Halloween and all of that stuff. So there are some things that you will not see in my budget. You will not see a Halloween budget, but that is something that you might want to consider for your own budget. I'm not putting Halloween in there because I live at home with my parents and I don't have to worry about buying candy for any kids that come trick-or-treating. As far as costumes, I don't think that I'm doing any Halloween parties or anything that I'm gonna need a costume for, but if I do, I have old Halloween costumes that I have used in the past that I can pull out, or I can throw something together, maybe make something. There's all kinds of different options that I can use to not spend any money on costumes, but I don't even know that I'm going to need a costume this year. That's just kind of just in case. If you have not already set up your budget, I highly encourage you to go ahead and do that. September is coming to a close and it is time to pre-plan what you want to do with your money before it leaves the door and you don't know what happened come October. Now, I do know that Halloween is coming up, so that is something that you want to consider for your budget. I can't really think of anything else that I might want to consider unless you absolutely have to have a pumpkin spice latte. Then you might want to budget for one of those if you have to have one once a year. I actually look forward to gingerbread come November. And then my absolute favorite is the chestnut praline in December. So I will be budgeting for that. But is there anything else that you need a budget for in October that I am missing out on? So please leave me a comment down below and let me know if there's something that I might have forgotten. So now we are going to go into my budget and I want to show you everything that is going on there and set up October. Alright, we are in the budget now and I am just simply going to copy and paste. So I'm in September. I have a new spreadsheet. I'm going to paste that in there. So the first thing I'm going to do is title this October, and then I'm going to go through and clear out everything that I have in here from September. Now I'm going to make this bigger so that you can see it, and we are going to go through my budget. So if you are unfamiliar with my current budget, I am actually on a bare bones budget. I do not have a full-time job. I do plan on working quite a bit in the month of October. Actually, I work at Keeneland, which is a horse racing track in Lexington, Kentucky. I live in Louisville, so it's about 45 minutes to an hour drive, but it is well worth the money that I make while I'm there. Plus I can make tips too. And I can work Wednesday through Sunday, and that's if I'm not subbing. I have several days lined up to sub at a local school, and they're asking me for more and more days every day, and that makes me so happy. So I will be working quite a bit more in the month of October, even though I do not currently have a full-time job. I am a teacher. If you don't know, I left my last school and I am still looking for a new job. I thought it would be a little bit easier to find a job because the public schools in this area keep saying that they need teachers, but there are no jobs to apply for, so I don't know what teachers they need, but apparently not me. But I digress. I am going to budget based on my bare bones budget. As far as my general budget, that is for when I have a job, then that's generally what my budget would be. That's basically what it was before I left my job, and I just want to remember what that amount was so that I can go back to it. So I am basing on bare bones. Now, my bare bones budget is based on the absolute minimum, which means that giving to my church is nothing. But I do know that I will be making some pretty decent money in the month of October. As far as giving to my church, I do plan to continue to give. I currently give $30 a week, and that comes out of my account automatically on Mondays, and there are 5 Mondays in the month of October, so I am going to have to keep this at $150. I'm not going to be adding anything to my savings. I don't normally anyway, except for the interest that accrues on my Capital One 360 accounts for my checking and savings. And I do have some extra money in there because I am saving that just in case I need money, since I don't have a job. But once I do have a full-time job, then all of that money in savings will actually go towards debt, and I would like to add as much money as possible towards that. But in the meantime, I'm actually just pulling from savings right now to supplement my lack of income. But I don't plan what that is going to be because it's just kind of like based on the rest of my budget. So my rent may be changing. I actually pay rent to my Nelnet undergrad degree. My parents are paying for my undergrad degree, and I live at home with my parents currently, and I also pay them rent. And instead of me paying rent and them paying the student loans, I just pay the student loans. And that may be changing. I'm not 100% certain. I had to reapply for income-based repayment, and it may be a different amount, and I think it's starting in October, but I'm not 100% sure. You won't really see it fully reflected in my budgets until my November budget setup, because then I'll be able to change things officially and then actually go into my bank and change the amount that is automatically transferred. It just kind of depends on how much that bill is, and if it is more, then I might need to transfer more in the middle of the month just to make sure that I have at least one full payment covered in those accounts, because it's a safety thing for me. I like having extra money everywhere. I just do. Moving on, my extra student loan payment, I use that when I do have a job and I make an extra big payment. You won't be seeing that this month. My extra checking account, I never really add anything to that. That's just half of my emergency fund. My sinking funds, the only sinking fund I am currently keeping is my family time sinking fund. That's because my mom is sick. I have a video on that. If you want to know more about that, you can check the card up in the sky. And I'm putting $25 a month towards that. My HP Instant Ink will not change. That's $5.29. That's a set plan that I'm on. Move this up a little bit, and Verizon $53.17, that will be around the same amount. And then my gas, this is finally, we are to the point where I have to change some things. So my gas is actually going to be a little bit more because I will be driving to Keeneland, which, like I said, is almost an hour away. That's one way, and then I have to come back. So I do need more gas this month, but not like a whole lot, I don't think. So normally I would raise this up to like $150, but that's when I'm only driving on the weekends. If I'm not subbing, then I'll be driving during the week too, like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, as well as Saturday and Sunday. So I think I really do need to keep this higher, and I think I'm going to keep it at $200. For my groceries, I am going to lower this back down to $25, but I don't think I'm going to use it. Actually, I'm really trying to save my money as much as possible, allow my parents to pay for all the groceries. A lot of times I buy my own like breakfasts and lunches, but since I'm not fully working, I'm trying to let them buy everything, whether it's healthy or not, because I am focusing more on the financial aspect of saving money rather than, you know, the health aspect of buying my own food. Until I have a full-time job, that is the choice that I feel like I need to make right now. My teaching allocation is $25. I'm going to keep it at that. It's been a good amount. I haven't really used it very much. I think I've spent $15 total in the last like 3 or 4 months. I'm not really buying anything, but just in case there's something I need, whether it is for an interview or if I do get a job, my spending money, that will be brought way back down to my regular amount for $40. I no longer need to have extra money in there for FinCon. And then the same thing with restaurants, that's going to go back down to $25. And then weight loss, I have decided to not really do 5Ks. That is a goal, to do a 5K each month, but I have decided not to do any right now just to save the money. I am going to keep $50 in there just in case there's something that comes up that I really feel like I should do, just in case I want to put my health first. And I think that's okay if I do that, but I don't plan on spending that money. So as you can see down here, my bare bones budget, I really only need $777 to fully live off of, but according to this month's budget for October, I need $982.36 in order to survive this month. So anything that I do not bring in income wise this current month, I'm going to have to make up from savings and pull that money back into my checking account. I am actually really hoping that I can get away with at least breaking even this month. I do also have a goal by the end of October to make up in income what I missed out on as far as money that I had to spend going to FinCon. So I'm really hoping that I can actually earn quite a bit more. I'd like to post more on Poshmark. I, of course, am going to sub as much as I can, and I'd like to work at Keeneland as much as I can. So I really think that this is doable. I need to earn $1,500 extra by the end of October. I think that is doable with the jobs that I have coming up, but I do want to strive more for things like Poshmark, maybe even actually finally start selling on eBay. I'm not really sure about that, but it is something that I would like to do, and I have plenty of stuff to sell because living here at home right now, I don't need much, and the stuff that I have is just literally sitting in the basement, sitting in the garage, collecting dust, and not being used, and it can be repurchased in the future or something like it or something similar, and I could really put the money to good use right now. So I do have plans to do that. I just haven't started that yet, and so that's kind of my goal for the rest of September and October. So of course, leave me a comment down below. Let me know if you are ready for the month of October, and remind me if there's something that I'm missing from the month of October that I need to plan for, that I forgot to plan for. Please remind me of that because I want to make sure that I have all of my ducks in a row. Also, don't forget to like this video. It really helps me out here on YouTube. And of course, go follow me over on Instagram at @TheRachelLynn. And I am posting more about my exercise, and I am still learning the ins and outs of Instagram, but I'm having a lot of fun learning, and I'm trying to post more inspirational things, and then also lots of cute pictures of my dog Lucy. That's it for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.